Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Indy Pride with Milk and Cookies Total War, and today I'm going to be bringing you another solo first-person replay commentary for Dota 2. Now, I do love this game, and I would love to make it more of a staple of the channel. It is more difficult for me casting it than it is for Total War, just because I have less experience casting on Dota than I do on Total War, but it is a game that I really enjoy, and I would love to make it more of a staple of the channel. But today I'll be playing Bounty Hunter in a solo suicide off-lane position. It's typically where you'll find him played at. He's a really good solo laner, and he's actually one of my favorite heroes. And I think one of the reasons that he's getting picked up a lot more in the pro scene, and one of the reasons why I think he's one of the better off-lane heroes in the game, is because of some of the changes in patch 6.79. Made it so that, let's go into free camera here real quick, made it so that this camp right here is actually now a small camp and makes it a lot harder to pull into the lane. And previously what would happen before 6.79 was that the creep equilibrium would get pulled back by when the supports pulled the wave. The creep equilibrium would meet like right here, and that would make it a lot more dangerous for a solo suicide laner to get levels and last hits, because it's so much closer to their tower. Basically any support would be able to come in a lane, drop a sentry ward right here, and be able to completely zone out the enemy off laner. Especially against a bounty hunter, like sentry wards are certainly a way to counter him. But now that the creep equilibrium kind of meets more like right here, it's a lot safer for offlaners to get solo XP and last hits, and it means that it's a lot more viable for heroes like Clockwork and heroes like Bounty Hunter to get that solo XP in the offlane position. Now this is going to be a really sucky lane for me, actually, and the reason for that is because I'm against a Lion and a Faceless Void, and Lion's actually going to do a really good job all game of harassing me and basically making me stay out of... I'm still in XP range, but he's going to make me stay far enough away that I can't really go for excuse me, last hits without it being pretty dangerous for me. The mana drain is going to make it harder for me to cast my invis to get up close to the creep wave and harass Void or last hit, and basically I think he's just going to do a really good job. Looking at team compositions, their team is actually really scary against Bounty Hunter. What kind of separates Bounty Hunter from other offlane heroes is that he's an invis hero, and he has a lot of ganking potential and a lot of burst damage, and he's a really strong ganker. And he's able to gank side lanes very effectively, because he can basically just show up into lane, track an opponent, right click a couple times, and then with the shuriken toss burst down an opponent. But they have a lot of heroes that can easily solo kill a Bounty Hunter. Lion is an example of support that actually isn't that scared of Bounty Hunter because he has 2 disabled, he has the Hex, and he has the stun. Then he has Finger of Death, which is like a 800 damage nuke at level 1 or something like that, and that'll end up bursting down Bounty Hunter very easily because he has such low HP. If you look at his, at level 4 he's 568 HP, and he has really bad strength gain at 1.8, so Bounty Hunter is very squishy, and he's highly susceptible to getting ganked by, or getting killed in team fights and ganks by enemy heroes with a lot of burst damage. So Lion counters me hard. Faceless Void with his Chronosphere. When he Chronos, if I get caught in Chronosphere, it's going to be very easy for him to burst me down, because Void, he gets double damage when he bashes inside the Chrono, and it gives True Sight as well, so if he Chronos me, I'm going to die, and I'm always going to be the first hero that he tries to kill in the Chronosphere, probably. Tusk is another example of a hero who can kill me very easily. Really high burst damage with his combo, the Ice Shards, followed by the Snowball, followed by the Tusk Punch, or the Walrus Punch, that's going to be able to burst me down very easily. And then Clockwork as well. If Clockwork or Tusk buy any kind of vision, preferably Dust, to gank me, they're going to be able to kill me very easily. And so, one of the ways that I can counter heroes like Tusk, or maybe not Tusk so much, but... excuse me, I don't know what that's about. Like, one of the ways that I can counter heroes like Clockwork is to pick up a BKB. That's definitely going to be one of the first options I do. Bounty Hunter is not very strong in teamfight situations. Like I said, he's a very good roamer. He's able to show up to other lanes, track the opponent, give you true sight of the opponent, give you movement speed, and all that track gold is fantastic about him, and I'll talk about track gold in a minute. But it's very easy for him to get bursted down in team fights. So one of the items that you really need to pick up as a core on Bounty Hunter is certainly the Black King bar for the Magic immunity. You're not going to be able to team fight or really help your team very much in team fights at all if you don't have a Black King bar, because all those magic nukes, all those stuns. If you get chain stunned, you're going to die every single time because you have such low HP. So that's definitely a problem. Makes it harder to do anything in team fights, basically, if you don't have that 3,900 gold item. So you definitely want to snowball a little bit before that. Lone Druid actually just got a solo kill mid, so that's good for us. Yeah, I'm going to be focusing more on my laning stage this game, which is maybe not the best idea because it's kind of a boring laning stage, but I do end up roaming and ganking a lot, and I think playing a pretty decent bounty hunter this game. So I am going to focus more on my perspective just because I don't remember exactly when other kills showed up. So, like I said, he is very squishy, usually the target of high damage nukes in team fights. For item build, what I typically go, and this was kind of a mistake, I went bottle first this game, and you definitely need a bottle with a bounty hunter, without a doubt. Like, I think it's a core item on him. You need the mana to be able to cast, and I decided to pick it up first this game because Lion continuously was mana draining me and making it very hard for me to stay invis. So I decided to pick up the bottle first. Phase boots into drums, into BKB, and then either Vladimir's offering for the lifesteal for you and your carry, or a damage item like Desolator or MKB is typically the item build you're going to want to go. You definitely do want to pick up a damage item at some point. I think Desolator and MKB both fit that very well. And certainly the premier item I'm going to be trying to pick up this game is a Monkey King bar after I get the magic immunity from the Black King bar, so that I can we can have some reliable damage versus Faceless Void. For those who don't know, Faceless Void has backtrack, which is built-in right-click evasion. So a Monkey King bar gives you True Strike, which allows you to right-click your opponent without ever missing, and they can't evade your right-click. So it's definitely going to be an important item to pick up if I can manage to farm it. But phase boots, I think phase boots are probably the best boots of choice for bounty hunter. They give you the chasing potential, which is really nice. And it's pretty important on bounty hunter because track gold gives you, actually let's talk about track for a minute. Track gives you true sight of an enemy hero, which is good against invis heroes. So against like Ricky or Ricky Maru, some other invis heroes like that, it's a very good counter. Weaver, track is a very good counter for that. But more importantly, it gives you bonus speed, 20% bonus speed whenever you track somebody. And the most important thing about it is that it gives you 250 bonus gold for yourself when you get a kill on someone who's tracked for yourself, and then 150 gold for anyone who is part of the kill, so all of your teammates as well. And that's huge because it means that, well, basically a lot of kills in this game are like between like 300 to 400 gold. So if you add 250 on top of that for yourself and 150 on top of that for your allies, they're basically getting like 30-40% more gold for each kill, which is massive. And it means that your carries get to snowball a lot harder. They get to get core items up faster, and it makes you become very, very strong earlier in the fight. So he's a very, very good hero, and it's really the track that's what makes him so strong. Right here I'm going to TP to the top, see if we can pick up a kill. I don't think we're going to be able to get the lion, but so that was probably a mistake of me. But I wanted to use that haste, see if I could pick up a kill. Yeah, so track is very, very nice. But yeah, like I was talking about phase boots. Phase boots give you that extra chasing potential, and they give you the damage. And what I haven't talked about is Janata. It's a built-in critical strike that does 225% bonus damage at level 4. It's a very good skill. But I don't usually like to max it early because I don't like your damage isn't quite as big a deal. But it stacks with phase boots, so any damage item is going to help you critical strike a lot harder. And so I think it's very nice to get the phase boots because, again, it gives you that chase potential and it gives you the ability to just hit harder early game and gank side lanes more effectively. I think Druid might die here. He looks kind of dead. But I am rotating, so no, we're going to be able to... Easiest kill of my life. Got you. And Bane's going to Fiend's Grip, and I'm going to get a double kill there. Only got one track kill. Kind of a mistake. I think I probably should have been able to get 2 track kills there, but we weren't able to. Regardless, it's going to be 50 gold for my allies and 100 gold for me. So, pretty good start. My creep score, my last hitting has been pretty bad, but like I said, Lion made it very hard for me in the laning stage. He kept mana draining me and stunning me whenever I came up to the creep wave, so that made it harder. So after phase boots, typically you want to go drums. I'm actually not going to pick up drums this game because Tiny's going to go drums. And that kind of hurts because Bounty Hunter is very squishy, and drums gives you a lot of things that you need.
My fire is quenched.
Clockwork killed Lena there. Drums gives you a lot of things you need. It gives you HP, it gives you more mana to cast because you have a very small mana pool and pretty high cost nukes, like the Shuriken Toss is half your mana pool just doing it once. And then it gives you the HP because you're a very low HP hero. And it gives you chasing potential. So those are all good things for drums. But I'm not going to end up going in this game because, like I said, Tiny's going to go drums. So what I'm going to do instead is pick up the phase boots as fast as possible. When I get those up, I think I have the gold now, yeah. I have it coming to me. As soon as I get that, I'm going to then shift into BKB so I can start actually being effective in team fights. Selena is going to die again, and I'm going to see if I can pick up a kill here. I think I should be able to. No, if Void's there, I'm not going to be able to do it. And Tusk is coming in, so I was pretty scared here. Just going to harass somewhat. I don't think I'm going to be able to kill a Void, but I saw that Bane use Fiend's Grip right here, and just before he dies, I'm able to get the trap kill off, so that's pretty important.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I'm going to be able to kill Lion. So, good start for me. Almost level 10 in 11 minutes. With 3 kills, so pretty good start.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, you can see like the 24 damage from phase boots stacking with the Janata is a very, very nice feature of the boots, and I think it's really why it's probably the boots of choice for him. Power treads are not a bad option either. They make you tankier, give you more HP, and you can also tread switch, which allows you to cast more, your track, and your shuriken toss more. So treads aren't a bad option on them. I just prefer phase. So what else? Like I was saying, it's going to be very scary for me this game if they buy Vision. Lion is actually going to do a very good job of putting up sentry wards. Let's go into free camera real quick. Putting up sentry wards right here, so every time I roam into the jungle, there's going to be a sentry ward up there a little bit later on. That's going to make it a lot harder for me to gank because they're always going to know that I'm coming into the jungle when I'm invisible. And if they have true sight on me, they're not going to die to me. So it makes it very, very scary. That's a very nice gank from Lena and Bane right there. And we got to kill their carry, which is good. Looks like we should be able to take a couple more kills. That was a really lucky stun from Earthshaker. He actually didn't know I was there. And Tiny's going to throw me in to try to kill the Clockwork. I wish he hadn't done that because he got me killed. But we are going to be able to get 4 kills. So this is going pretty well so far. It is kind of scary though because their Void is farming pretty well. He had a 6-minute Midas, which is relatively fast. Typically, like if you're farming really, really well, 5.5-minute Midas is strong. Like you're doing well. He picked it up at 6 minutes, so that's going to accelerate his gold gain a lot and accelerate his levels. So he should be set for a late game, and he has 80 last hits at 13 minutes. So yeah, for sure he's been farming well. We have killed him once though, so that's good. He picked up Mask of Madness, which is going to give him some more damage under the Chronosphere. Not sure that I agree with picking that up first, but I think that can be open to interpretation. Some people like picking it up just because of the massive increase in attack speed. If you can avoid getting focused down in Chronosphere as Void, and you have all that increased attack speed, you're going to be a lot more effective under the Chronosphere for sure. Tiny is farming relatively well. I don't know why his perspective is down here. That's weird.
Tower is under attack.
Huh. Maybe he went AFK for a second. And late game, I think we're pretty set, honestly. I think the track gives you a lot of increased potential late game just because of all the gold it gives you, and it lets you get those items up faster. But we have a lone druid, very hard late game carry. Tiny's a hard late game carry. So yeah, I think we have late game. They do have a Faceless Void, which is one of the scariest late game carries in the game. And that's what I'm talking about right there. They have sentry wards up, so every time I come there, they're going to try to kill me, or at least like harass me out. And it means I can't gank effectively, so Lion definitely did his job from that perspective. Picked up the Ogre Club. It's going to make me a little bit tankier, so I'm closer to 1000 HP. which is nice. It's just funny though because I have a level advantage over the lion, 2 level advantage over the lion, and I have a 1,000 gold item that gives me more strength, and I still only have like 100 more HP than a support hero does. He's just a very, very squishy hero. I believe Lina and Bane are gonna try to get a kill here, but we didn't have any vision up, so yeah, they just got the vision up now. And they might die here. They look dead. There's a good stun from Lina, but Chronosphere should... Yep. Lina's gonna die. I believe Bane does as well. Yes. They both died. So that's bad. Void just got a double kill. That's kind of scary. But overall, I think this game's going alright so far. Like, our carries are getting farm, Tiny's in the jungle, Druid's pushing top. And we're gonna try to get a kill here. I think we should be able to, yeah. Get that track off. You can see the bonus movement speed it gives you. It's very, very nice. Honestly, I think track is one of the best ultimates in the game. It's kind of underrated because it's not like one of those game-changing ultimates where, like, Ravage for Tidehunter, where, like, you just see everyone in an AoE around you just blow up. But it's very strong, and that gold adds up over time a lot. Let's see what's happening down here. Clockwork's gonna pick up an Invis rune. It's kind of a scary hero to get it, honestly. If he cogs Lina or Bane, gets battery assault off, we're kind of dead. Or they're kind of dead. But they're smoked up now. I'm Invis, and we're gonna go into the jungle. And we forgot the sentry wards were there. So they know, they see the smoke, they know that we're coming.
Top tower is under attack.
And their whole team's shifting over here now, and I'm pretty sure we're about to die. Yep, they see us. I get stunned before I can get my right click off. Bane's trying to run away as well. At this point, I'm like, let's just get the hell out. We gotta get out of here. Bane's gonna die for sure. And I think Lina is as well. I'm gonna track Tusk so that we have that bonus move speed to get away. And the mini stun from Shuriken is gonna give us some more running away potential, but yeah. Lina gets hooked. That was a good hook from Clock for sure. And she's gonna blow up, and I'm just gonna have to run away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they're gonna be able to get that tower from that. I think we're definitely focused towards a more late game build. Like Tiny's just AFK farming, which he's a really strong early game hero, so I don't know that it's the right call. But he also, with items, transfers really well into the late game as well. So maybe that's not the worst thing ever that he's just AFK farming. Like I said, we have really strong late game potential with Druid. He's gonna be going Radiance. Let's see how much farm he has right now. He's got 2,800 gold. It's gonna be a late Radiance, but the track gold should help him pick that up. And once, I remember Admiral Bulldog, pro player for Alliance, once said that it doesn't really matter when you pick up the Radiance. And in some ways I kind of agree with him, because he's basically saying, like, once you get Radiance on Bear, it doesn't really matter how late it is, you're gonna be, it's a game changer basically. Having an AoE burn damage on a Bear that you can basically just run next to your opponents that hits that hard with such good attack speed, like, it really is just a core item on Syllabear, and I really don't think there's any item in the game that's quite as important to pick up. We didn't actually have wards up, so they were able to go into Faceless Void, or the Faceless Void was able to go into Roshan and take that. He just backtracked Fiend's Grip. He backtracked some Fiend's Grip damage, and he backtracked Laguna Blade from Lina, so that was insane. Like, really lucky that he backtracked that damage. But we're gonna be able to burn Tusk's Aegis, and we should be able to burst him down. I think Lina should have backed there, if I'm honest. She kind of died for no reason there, but this will be a very good team fight for us. And I'm trying to chase Clockwork right now. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a, yeah, I didn't have enough mana, and then I got stunned. This was a frustrating team fight, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of what Clockwork's really good at doing. Just kind of disrupting team fights and like, yeah, oh, this part pissed me off so much. I don't have any mana right now, and I only have 90 HP, so I'm pretty sure... Nope, Lena's gonna earn me, so she saves my life there. That's important. Let's see if she gets a kill here. Run!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it was a very frustrating fight just because Clockwork kept dropping his cogs, and it just made it really hard for us to chase and pick up those kills. If we'd been able to pick up those kills, it would have been huge, because I think I got 3 tracks off in that fight, so we would have gotten a lot of gold and experience from that for sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Our team's been doing a decent job taking map control on other parts of the map when we're fighting, though. Druid took top tower, I believe, and we also have mid tower down, so all in all, this game's not going poorly at all. And I must say that I absolutely love this new camera perspective. I think it's so nice, like, especially when you're doing like a cinematic or montage kind of thing. It's a very nice feature, but even when you're just doing a replay commentary, I think this looks really, really cool. And then of course I suck. See a solo Earthshaker. I can't really kill him, like he can just chain stun. I can try, and I will definitely harass him, but I don't think I'm going to be able to pick up this kill. I do have a Bane shifting over though, so if he Fiend's Grip... Yep. Track.
Down I go.
And I failed. That probably should have been my kill, but I didn't time the last hit right because I'm bad. And, well, we got the kill anyway. It doesn't really matter. It was a track kill as well. Then we're going to shift up to the top lane and see if we can kill this Tusk, which we should be able to, I think. Yep.
This is outrageous.
Lucky, kind of lucky entangle from Lone Druid there, but it allowed us to pick up the kill, and we're going to try to take some more map control now. So I will actually do have enough for my BKB now, and that'll allow me to participate a lot more in team fights, and it'll also allow me to solo kill people, which is huge. Like, once you start being able to solo kill with Bounty Hunter, that's when your team really starts snowballing, because when I activate BKB, if I go on like a Lion or an Earthshaker, they won't be able to stun me, period. They have nothing to disable me, and it means I'm just going to be able to right click, do my full entire combo, and burst them down very quickly. If they were able to stun me, they would just stun me and run away, and I wouldn't be able to chase them. But once I pick up the BKB, it's going to be a lot better for me. I'm going to be a lot stronger. I ran into the Chrono there. There was a big mistake. I think I die here. Yep, I'm dusted. That was really dumb of me. I don't know how I did that. I think I was paying attention to the Lion because I saw he was low HP, and I wanted to kill him. But instead I walked right into Chrono, and that was a bad fight for us. We just lost 4. At this point I was kind of scared. I don't know if Tiny should have been there. I feel like he probably should have been in the fight, but I don't remember when he backed exactly. He might have just been like, oh, let's go in south, so I'm going to run away now. And if that was the case, I don't really blame him. So yeah, we lost 4 there. They're going to be able to take a tower. That's bad. Void is farming pretty well, honestly. He's not going for a Battle Fury build, which I honestly like. I think the build up to Battle Fury, the 4350 gold for Battle Fury, is a bit too much sometimes. I do like the Midas pickup, the treads. I think his item build so far is pretty decent. I wouldn't go Daedalus first if I was him. It's not bad. You know what, that's not bad. Honestly, getting up Daedalus first isn't bad. It's going to make his damage really, really high. I think maybe a BKB would have, in fact, a BKB would have been smarter. But then again, Bane has Fiend's Grip, which goes through BKB. And so, as long as Bane doesn't get Chronoed, he can still counter him. Bane's actually a fantastic counter to Faceless Void because Fiend's Grip goes through BKB, like I said, and so when Void Chronos, as long as Bane isn't caught in it, he can just Fiend's Grip and disable him for 3 or 4 seconds while the Chrono's up, and Void won't be able to right-click anybody, so... Still, I think BKB might have been a better choice than Daedalus, but regardless, this is what he's going to do. Bane's going to Fiend's Grip Tusk here. I was late getting over here, but I believe we're still going to be able to get the kill. Yes. So, another track kill. Very important to track every time it's off cooldown, especially in team fights. Before you get your BKB, it's really the only the only really important thing you do in team fights. I mean,
Double damage.
obviously right click when you can, use your shuriken toss when you can, but getting track gold off on a bunch of enemy heroes that are about to die,
Over.
very, very important. Lena died there, that sucked. But finally got my BKB, and I'm going to go on Lion. And there was one thing here that I'm going to talk about that I kind of screwed up on, but I'll talk about it after this gank attempt happens. So right click shuriken toss, track, activate BKB so he can't stun me. And then just chase him, and I should be able to pick up the kill. Yes, he does. Okay, so that wasn't awful. It was definitely worth the BKB charge to kill Lion there, for sure. What I did wrong, though, was I opened up with shuriken toss. And while I like doing that, because it allows you to maybe use the shuriken toss twice if they manage to get away from you, you can use it again once it comes off cooldown. And so you have more burst damage that way. The bad thing about that gank attempt, though, was that if he had TP'd there, if he had had a TP on him, he would have TP'd as soon as I shuriken tossed, because shuriken toss has a mini stun, and that means it'll cancel TP. So if he had had a TP on him, he would have waited for me to shuriken toss. As soon as I did that TP, I have no other way to cancel the TP, and he's going to be able to get away from me, and I wouldn't be able to right click him before he got out of there. So what you should do in that situation probably is check as if they have a TP, which I didn't do. If they do, just right click, track, and then keep right clicking until they decide to TP, and then cancel the TP with a shuriken toss. So slight mistake there, but overall it's still going well. I mean, I'm level 15 in 26 minutes. Once I hit level 16, I will have my 3rd level track, and then that 250 and 150 gold for allies will start coming into effect. And that's going to be very, very good for us. So, for some reason... Oh, I was looking at Void's items at this point, that's why. I picked up Vladimir's offering. Lion's waiting here. He saw me coming because he had the sentry wards up. And we're going to get chronoed. And see, if I get chronoed, I am usually going to die. Which I did.
Put your feet to the fire.
Good team fight for us, though. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. I'll watch this team fight real quick. I don't remember who won this team fight, actually.
Tiny, your name is still here.
Okay, we won that. Yeah. We lost Tiny and Bounty Hunter and me, so that sucks. But we still got 3 there. That wasn't the worst thing ever. Like I was saying, if I get caught in chrono, I'm dead. So that kind of sucks. But Vladimir's offering. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I think there's still something happening. Let's see if he gets a kill. Nice rotation from Lena there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
What is going on? This is a long team fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
At this point, I just told Lone Druid to back, like, get the hell out of there. Overall, I'd say we won those team fights, like, but there was still some questionable decision making going back into fights that maybe we should have already backed from.
Dire's top tower is
I
under
believe they
attack.
did buy back though, so yeah. Like I was saying, sorry, I get sidetracked when then there's a team fight going on. Vladimir's offering, it's gonna give me lifesteal, so when I crit, every time Janata comes off cooldown, that'll give me some good lifesteal. Gives me some armor. How much armor does it give me? Gives me 5 armor, which is good. And it gives my carry lifesteal. So every time Tiny or Lone Druid are in the fight, they're going to be able to get some lifesteal, which is pretty big. It's a good utility item. Right here, I'm going to activate BKB. It's really important against Clockwork, and it's one of the reasons I picked it up. Because once Clockwork initiates on me and uses Battery Assault, I can't get away from him unless I have a BKB. So BKB allows me to just stand and fight. So it's pretty important. I still died there because Void came over and chronoed me, but I think that was probably worth it. And that was questionable decision making from Lone Druid to go in there. I think we knew that there were a bunch of heroes up, so he kind of threw away his life there. On the plus side, he does have Radiance now on his bear, and he is working towards Assault Cuirass, so
Radiant's top tower is
he's
under attack.
relatively farmed. And the late game secured because of the Hand of Midas. Tiny has Yasha and Oggs, probably going into Manta style. And then I think it was at this point that we all decided that MKB would be really important because we were scared of the Void. We knew that he was going to get relatively big, so having 3 sources of reliable damage against him is going to be really important. So again, the Monkey King bar gives you the True Strike, allows us to go through Faceless Void's evasion. Going to be very, very important pickup for us. So if Tiny has it, I have it, and Lone Druid has it, we're going to be in good shape. So that's what I'm going to build towards next. I believe it's a 5,200 gold item, so I'm not that close to it yet. But it's also a good item on Bounty Hunter just because any damage item that allows that 225% bonus damage on Janata to stack is good. I mean, I'm going to be hitting very, very hard when I pick up MKB for sure. So I'm just scouting it out right now. We knew where they were. We had a ward up. But this is a very close game, actually. Let's look at, let's if I can find it. I'm so bad with these, the menu. Gold graph is right here, I think. Yeah. So we do have a gold advantage. It's about 8k right now. And XP graph, actually they're ahead in XP. They're about 2,000 XP ahead, which isn't a massive deal, but this game's close. That was kind of questionable from Lina. They could very easily have initiated on her. So that was kind of scary.
Middle tower is under attack.
Clock missed his hook on Bane. Bane's gonna try and run away. I think he gets away. What does Clockwork have? He doesn't have Oggs yet. But team fight in the middle here is happening. Gonna activate BKB so I can't get bursted down or chain stunned.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And we're gonna now chase Lion, who's hasted, so I don't think we're gonna be able to kill him. But and then we noticed that Clockwork was still chasing Bane. He's been chasing him for a long time. Get another track. Shuriken toss and get the kill. Good team fight for us. Very nice. Didn't kill Void though, and that's the most important thing at this point. Void has Mjolnir, he has Chrysalis, he has Mask of Madness. Under Chrono, he's going to be hitting very hard. And I think he probably has close to max attack speed when he activates Mask of Madness. Because Mjolnir gives 80 attack speed as well, so he's very, very scary when he lands Chrono on 3 or 4 of our heroes. We are ahead though. We're definitely ahead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I have 3,400 gold to go towards my MKB. So I think I'm going to go to the side shop to pick up the Demon Edge now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I usually like to buy the Demon Edge first, keep that in my inventory, and then just bring the 1,500 gold components over to me as soon as I get enough money for it. Yeah, pick up the Demon Edge. Gives me, how much? 46 damage? Yeah, 46 damage. So I'm now right-clicking for 200. Hitting pretty hard. Still very, very squishy though. 1,200 HP. 33 minutes into the game. Void can probably 5-shot me. 4 or 5-shot me under Chronosphere. So it's very, very important for me to position properly. And not get caught in the Chronosphere because I will be his first target every single time. Let's look at Bear real quick. Let's see what his Bear has. Only has Radiance at the moment. Okay, he has AC though, and Aegis. And then Tiny has Manta, Oghanims, and he's working towards his MKB as well. So just gonna farm up a little bit more. I'm 13 and 4 at the moment, pretty good. So I decided to hit the jungle for a little bit and farm towards that MKB. I need 3,000 gold before I can finish the item, so I'm at 1,900 right now. Probably one thing that I needed to do better this game was CS. I mean, Bounty Hunter is not a farming hero, but he still needs gold. And because they had sentry wards up so much, I think maybe hitting the jungle up a couple times would have been good. But then again, Tiny and Druid were in the jungle for much of the game, just farming up their items before we made this final game push. So, I don't know. Once we have those 3 reliable damage sources versus Void, I don't really see a way that we could lose this game unless we had like a really atrocious team fight. I really like their team composition, honestly. We have pretty decent early game with the Lina and Bane, and certainly transfer well into the late game with Track Gold and Lone Druid and Tiny. They have a good team as well, though. I just think their lanes were a little weird. I think Earthshaker probably should have tri-laned with Lion and Void and made sure that I just didn't get any farm at all, or any levels for that matter. And given Clockwork the solo XP that he needs. Again, like I was saying, Bounty Hunter is one of those heroes that needs the solo lane to be effective to get those level advantages, and Clockwork is the exact same way. And I think his late game has honestly hurt a lot. Like, Clockwork's not a late game hero by any means, but he only has Blade Mail and Phase Boots at 35 minutes, and a lot of it's because he wasn't in a solo lane. So they were able to kill Bear, but he's gonna resummon. I activate BKB, just start tracking everyone I can. Earthshaker's dead. Got 2 track kills so far, and they're gonna call it GG at this point. It's not quite over. You see how fast Void bursts people down. There's a good stun and Bane's grip from Bane and Lina. Saved my life there. I'm gonna have to back, but they should still be able to push, I think. If we didn't have Aegis in that fight, it could have been a very different fight, but we took Roshan, and that was very, very big for us.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Bear's gonna push down that tower. One of the great things about having Lone Druid is the ability to take racks and towers so quickly. The passive that the Bear has is Demolish, and it gives him extra bonus damage against towers and buildings, so very, very nice to have. And I went back to the base to pick up my MKB. Monkey King Bar gives me 88 damage, 55 attack speed, 35% chance to mini bash, and 100 bonus damage every time I mini bash. And the most important thing, like I said, is the True Strike for Faceless Void. We just took 3 lanes of racks with that, though. It was funny because I remember like just being like, wait, how did we get 3 lanes of racks that fast? And then I remembered we had a Lone Druid, so that helps. This game's over at this point.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So,
Radiant's middle tower has
ultimate
fallen.
things to learn about Bounty Hunter. You are very, very hard countered by people who buy Vision. And I actually think they did a pretty good job this game of buying Dust and Vision from me. Let's watch this last fight real quick.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
No, Sassy died. No.
I have seen the future. You're not.
I'll do an overview of Bounty Hunter again at the end of this. I just want to watch this fight real quick.
I didn't come here to see my enemy.
Fiend's Grip on Tusk. That looks like a dead Tusk.
Radiant's Ancient is under
Oh,
attack.
good ult from Earthshaker. He's gonna pay with his life, I think, but. Oh. See ya, Lena. Okay. So, most important things about Bounty Hunter. Usually you want to pick up drums. I like drums. I usually do. I just didn't do it this game because of Tiny. Pick up a BKB. You're going to be useless in team fights until you get Magic Immunity. Then go into a damage item like MKB or Desolator. It's a good item build. Picking up Vlad's can definitely be a good choice as well. Track Gold. You have to use Track Gold. You have to track as many people as possible. It's so important, guys. Like, you have to be able to track people because it allows your team to snowball. It gives you true sight. It gives you extra movement speed. It's just massive, massive deal. That gold adds up over time throughout a game. And you saw it there. Like, our Druid maybe didn't have the best start. Our Tiny just AFK farmed. And they got their items up really quickly because even though Tiny like wasn't participating in team fights that much because of that track gold. So, important stuff. Bounty Hunter is a really fun hero to play. I suggest you try him out. Just be careful of tri-lanes that put sentry wards in the lane because they will kill you over and over again. And that's kind of the thing about Bounty Hunter is that you either have a really good game and snowball out of control and help your team win, or you get destroyed because he's so squishy that you kind of just feed. Hope you guys enjoyed the replay. I will try to bring you some more Dota 2 replay content soon. I do enjoy casting it, honestly, and I am getting more comfortable with it as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you later. Any Pride out. I forgot to mention it while I was talking about Bounty Hunter during the actual replay, but newer players I often see, because it's in the recommended items for Bounty Hunter, pick up a Battle Fury. Don't do that. At best, and I mean at best, Bounty Hunter is a semi-carry, meaning that if he snowballs out of control and gets a really high level advantage, he can carry a game, but only up to a certain point. If it goes late enough and the enemy team has an actual carry, they will win. They will beat the Bounty Hunter. So as a Bounty Hunter, do not pick up a Battle Fury. Do not pick up passive farming items at all. That means Mjolnir. That means Battle Fury. Anything that basically you just farm creeps with. You don't want to be doing that with Bounty Hunter because he's not a passive farmer. He's someone that you need to make active on the map, get active on the map, gank solo targets, and help your team gank enemy heroes. If you're not doing that, you're not playing Bounty Hunter right. In the worst case scenario, you can put him as your hard carry in a safe lane position, but if you don't end the game fast enough, you're not going to win with him as your carry. So like I said, you don't need the cleave from Battle Fury. It doesn't help Bounty Hunter very much at all. Yes, it's a good damage item, but there are better items for him to get. Like I said, Desolator or MKB is probably a better damage item for him. So yeah, definitely try not to carry with him. I think he's best played in the solo offlane role as like a 2 or 3 position hero. And that's usually where the offlane is. Like usually safe farmer is your number 1, your mid is your number 2 hero, and then offlane is number 3. So you should be in that third role, just ganking other lanes and helping your team win the game. Talk to you later.